Hey guys, welcome to your collective twin flame reading. So let's see the energies you are dealing with and will be dealing with. Let's see what energies the collective is dealing with. Okay. All right. And Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Let's see the clarifiers before we dive in. Let's see the clarifiers here for the collective. Okay. Always mirroring. All right. Okay. And we have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. All right. So this collective, interestingly enough, it feels like there has been or there is contact here. So there has been 3D contact, there is contact, or there was contact here. There might have been a relationship even, and we are dealing with the energy of debating whether someone should get back in touch or should reconcile, or should they take this connection to a higher level, because there's also the energy here of closing up some chapters in someone's life. So this feels like the energy of a collective which may be involved in a previous commitment when they meet their twin flame, for instance, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage or engagement or relationship with someone else. A previous commitment can also be, for instance, a professional path. So I'm just going to give you a random example here, right? So I got a promotion, for instance, or I got a job that takes me to Chicago, and I am currently living in Baltimore, and my twin flame, I feel, is in Baltimore. I have perhaps been in a relationship with this person, or at the very least I know this person, and I'm very torn between leaving Baltimore for Chicago, but I've already signed the papers, I've already agreed to the job, I've already taken on the manager role, or the whatever it is, right? So that's a previous engagement as well, for some, and it feels like hesitating here. It may be because your twin reached out, or your twin decided to get out of a no contact situation, and by the time they've decided to do that, you've already agreed to move or change cities or even countries in some cases, or you've moved on with a relationship, and now your divine counterpart is actually open to interacting with you, and you feel like, oh, okay, but I've taken on a different responsibility in this other part. Of course, vice versa, right? So energy is fluid here, but it's a process of deciding which chapter am I going to end, how am I going to end the chapter, how am I going to kind of part the waters, right, in this situation, how am I going to decide where should I go, what should I do. And there's a sense of not being able to communicate with your higher self, with your twin's higher self, or with your spirituality more higher power. There's a sense of being spiritually isolated for this collective. It may be a sense of abandonment, in the sense that you feel like the divine has left you stranded in the situation, or that your higher calling or your intuition has guided you astray in some way, by you creating the new scenario in which you would be involved. It feels like a betrayal, or like an obstacle in the way of interacting with that twin. And we're gonna see how the advice plays out in this situation. But I do feel here that you need to work on strengthening and fortifying your inner balance in the situation, because for one thing, it feels like an off-kilter type of energy on your end. And it also feels a little bit like an off-kilter type of energy on your twin's end as well. It's an uncertainty, it's a hesitation, it's a sense of not knowing what you truly want. Your direction here needs to be focused on what you truly want, what you desire. It's a free will journey, right? So you are destined to achieve divine union. That's a given, right? In this lifetime and in however many others to follow. But how you choose to work on the blueprint of this lifetime is all up to your free will and your twins, of course. So you cannot carve your way unless you truly know and get to know and understand and accept and go by what you want, what you need, what you desire, what you require, what you hope, what you dream, right? So I feel like there's a need to work more on getting to know your authentic self and embracing that and living at that frequency. It may be an issue on both sides in this dynamic, because there's an energy here of, I'm actually seeing loose threads, you know, in a, like in a cardigan, or when you're knitting, the structure, the base of the knitted material, right? It's pretty much a series of connected points, right? So there's a thread that goes through each hoop, that goes through each level of the knitted material, and by that thread being strong and by having a clear direction, it builds the overall item. So when you have loose threads in the cardigan or in the knitted whatever it is, the fabric of the entire item starts to fall apart, right? Because every hoop, every element, every thread in the overall works to strengthen the overall. If you have one weak thread which tears, right, it compromises the strength and the stability of the entire thing. So this is the energy of some loose threads, pretty much. And there's a need to work on fortifying, I'm gonna say, those threads, right? Let's see what's your advice in this situation. What's the advice for the collective in this situation? Of course, the cards are going to jump all over the place. I do love it when Spirit does that. So on the bottom of the deck, we have card number 8, Helpless and Hopeless. And see the directions, which are kind of the symbol of a crossroads, right? And your advice is card number 6, which talks about focusing on your love, focusing on your bond, and focusing on your authentic nature. And Spirit is really calling out to the lines here and the lines here, which are threaded and twined together, right? So in order for the bond to thrive, we need to have these vines solid with one another. That's the advice here. Focus on your unconditional love. Focus in on yourself, because that's the root of your unconditional love. And especially if you're not right now in a relationship with your twin, you're in some sort of a separation, you can get out of this iffy waters sort of energy by focusing within. That's where your love is. Deep inside your soul, that's where your twin flame love is for you and your twin as well. That's the core foundation of everything you are. So the more you go within, the closer you get to that energy, the more you magnetize your twin towards you, the more spiritual progress you make, right? So that's your advice. Focus within, and that's going to fortify your inner balance. Now, in the extended, we are going to look at how these energies play out for the feminine and the masculine. I hope you're gonna join me there to look further into it. If not, then I'm sending you my highest vibes of unconditional love, and we'll be seeing you soon. Okay? Bye!